Have you noticed all the 11 Labs AI shorts? Have you noticed YouTubers using scripts from ChatGPT? As you probably have all noticed, YouTube is just keep developing into an AI dumpster hole and there's just no stopping in sight. And it's not even stopping there. AI has not even conquered the online sphere, but also real life. Just remember the last time you were in the big city. Have you noticed something like, have you seen graphics on restaurants or menu cards on restaurants being kinda odd? Like the food printed on there does not even look that real? It just feels inescapable at this point, and it's even worse for me because last year I've completed my job training as a graphics design assistant. I've actually started my job training in about 2023, right as the AI boom just happened, and I remember back in the day not people were that pessimistic about the AI. I was pessimistic about it though. It was around the first time that whole boom happened about people uploading their selfies and generating those into AI. That was like a big thing at the time, and when I saw that I thought like, oh, so AI can do graphics now. This is dangerous. But at the time not many people saw this threat, like some people did, but a lot just didn't at the time. Even my class at job training didn't really see a threat in that. They saw like, hey, that's a tool that can help us because it can give us more ideas and we can create more art and graphics with it. Little did they know that the speed of AI, with how fast it developed, was way faster than everyone thought, even way faster than I thought, and wow. The underestimation of AI were just through the roofs. It went from the rock eating rocks to what the? My friends also underestimated AI. For example, I have this one friend who wanted to be a web designer, but then he gave up the dream because he said, hey, AI is gonna kill off the job, so I will study architecture now. And now, a few years later, he considers giving up architecture now because AI has developed so much that it also started to attack the architecture industry. And I personally felt a big wave on a very new level when I was looking for a job and had people declining me and saying, hey, we use AI now, so we don't need any designers anymore. And wow, I'm on my 10th month of looking for a job now. It kind of gives me the thought of like, wow, is this how horse riders felt back in the 1800s when cars were invented? And if you're thinking, well, AI is not gonna reach my workplace, well, unfortunately, if you're working on a desk, AI is gonna come for you. Even if you're doing something like an HR or customer service position, well, I've already seen AIs being used in those to replace humans. Well, if you're working as like a craftsman, a paramedic or a caretaker, then I think you can consider yourself safe as long as you don't have a job that happens on the desk. But, well, we don't know what the future holds up, so we will see how that goes. But even if you're fully unaffected in your workplace from AI, I think there's plenty of reasons to still care, and I'm gonna explain why. Because it gets even worse when I'm gonna explain you where the generated AI content comes from or where the generated power comes from. Because the way AI works basically is through outsourcing information on the internet, and it doesn't stop by posts or by articles. No, it even goes further by outsourcing artworks or voices of other people, which basically means that AI steals information from another person and generates it into a new form of what the person who prompts something wants to have generated.
Nun sollte ich allerdings für einige Synchronarbeiten für Produktion mit dem fantastischen Schauspieler Steve Buscemi, dem ich seit Jahrzehnten immer wieder meine deutsche Stimme leihen darf, einen Vertrag unterschreiben, bei dem ich einem KI-Training zustimmen sollte. Einem KI-Training, das aus meiner künstlerischen Arbeit, aus meiner Stimme, aus meinem Schauspiel Datenfutter machen möchte.
And that is not good, that is basically just stealing. And that is basically how generative AI works. It steals from different sources, generates it into a weird mishmash and gives you the output of that. And what you can get from that is slop. But I didn't even talk about the worst part of AI yet, which is the required power. There are so many new data centers which have to be built because of how demanding AI is, and all these AI companies like to build those in natural environments, stealing the homes of so many animals and killing off so many forests. And do you know what AI also demands in power? RAM. A lot of RAM. That led to many AI companies buy RAM in masses, and I mean in lots of masses. So much RAM has been bought that RAM shortage happened. RAM became so expensive for the general user. Like, have you seen those prices? That made building PCs in 2026 inhumanly expensive, which is not something the general user has to deal with, but has to deal with it now because of AI. And not only has it affected the general user, it has affected pretty much every company that needs RAM, which is a lot of those. For example, have you noticed the PS5 spike in prices? Or the Switch 2 getting more expensive as well? It's because of RAM shortage, because it got more expensive. While all of that already sounds bad, there is one aspect which I haven't talked about yet, which is the criminalized usage of AI. For example, have you heard of Elon Musk's AI Grok? That is an interactive AI bot which can act as a Twitter user on Twitter. You can, for example, ping it in a Twitter post and give you information about a certain post, or give you information about anything regarding the tweet. And it can also alter images. So, what do you think is one of the most used aspects Grok has been used for? Sexualized deepfakes. Basically, people have used Grok to generate several sexualized deepfakes of so many women, and not only like pop stars or whatever, but any woman who posted a picture. And it doesn't even stop there, because these disgusting people have done the same with posts, including pictures of children. Yes, it has gone that far. And while the EU wants to ban generative AI, which are able to do these disgusting acts, there are still many women from other countries who are still unprotected by such demoralizing tools. And while I just talked about how unregulated and demoralizing so many aspects of generative AI are, there's still some good aspects about it and some good use for it. It is, for example, such a great tool for research. There's so many people who gain so much new information just so quick. Or my personal favorite aspect is that there are doctors who use AI to find diagnostics for their patients. Like, that is a big jump in medicine, which I've waited for. But sadly, generative AI has so many bad aspects which just can't be ignored. I am just personally hoping that humanity finds a shift in the evolution of AI, where we don't have to remember the bad things about it when we look back on it, but remember the good things about it and how much it has helped the evolution of humanity. I am really hoping we will see that day.